I'm live, it says. Oh, it's so fun popping on here and seeing you guys are already here. That's awesome. Yay. Well, thanks for coming tonight. Hopefully this isn't too shaky. I put it up on a little pedestal. I'm going to make sure I've got everything on over here. Oh, that's really loud and I can hear me talking. Okay. Hi, good night, or hello, or good night. Sounds like I'm leaving. But it is night. It's 9 o'clock where I'm at. I'm not sure what time you're at, but awesome. I'm glad y'all are here. I love when I can pre-schedule it. So then you guys can kind of plan on hopping on straight from the get-go. I love it. Yay. Well, good. Hi. So I don't really have an agenda tonight. Honestly, it's just time to chat. I've got a couple of things I do want to show you as far as things that are going on in my world. So I might, start with that. But let's see, we've got, 26 folks already here, and I just turned it on. I saw Cindy Roberts had posted in the beginning that she wasn't feeling well, but she came by to say hey before the live. So hopefully, if she watches this on the replay, hope you're feeling better. And of course, Alicia, you were already here saying hi earlier before it even started. And Brett and Maria and Shayna, yay! Bridget and Nancy in Texas and Kimberly and Bonnie and Ann and April and Kim and Lisa. Jay Wilson, I don't know your first name, but every time I see that, my dad is John Wilson and my brother is Jeff Wilson. Wilson is my maiden name. So every time I see that, I'm like, wait, is my dad on here? He's not on here. He doesn't have creations. Maybe I am. Hey, Ashley, I just watched your video, which you saw. I guess you saw my comment because I saw you already responded to it. But I love all the fun things you've got planned. I'm so excited to see all that. And let's see, Morrison Monogramming, Jenny, Stay Unique. Tell me your name again. And CMA, is it Candy? Remind me again. I'm awful. And then Jamie, right? It's not Jamie, right? Bernadette, and Angela, and Linda, and Yvonne, and Macbeth. Oh, yeah. So, Morrison, remind me your name, too, again. Oh, yes, Candy. Yay. So did I say that? I think I did. And Morrison Monogram, remind me again your name. And, okay, Stay Unique is Stacy. I need to write these things down. I have worse memory. So if you don't mind me asking you again another time, then hopefully it won't bother you. Okay, good. I thought it was Jamie, not Jamie. Good. Yay. So yeah, I see Morrison, you're saying it's hot in Alabama, 76, if we don't get bad weather. So we had crazy hot, and it was funny, I saw someone comment on an Instagram post, and they were like, oh, this is just a regular North Carolina fake spring. And honestly, the reason why it's fake spring is because, later on in the rest of the week, it's probably going to be cold. So, we get these, random times where it's like, oh, it's spring. I love it. We're going to do everything outside and play. And we did this weekend. It was absolutely amazing. We moved to the beach. And so today was definitely a beach walking day for me. So that was awesome. And anyway, it's nice. I love the weather. So hopefully it won't decline and get cold again because I'm ready. I'm so ready. And there's another Kelly. Hi, Kelly. So I've got my drink here. Wait, if I turn it this way, you so can't see it because it's so bright. It does have my name on there in sparkly glitter, which I don't know how to do this. I don't have any machines for this. Hey, Alicia, I saw you'd already popped over before the live. Tennessee is 67. Yeah, I don't even know. I wonder what the temperature is here right now. Let's see. I just said somebody on my Facebook page, ask if I could rush them a shirt because their child's birthday is on Saturday. Do you guys get stuff like that? All the time. And if it's for people that I, have been a customer or a friend for a while, of course I'll do it. I actually stayed up yesterday morning before I went to went out to do something. I had to make a friend's shirt, literally that she'd asked me for the night before. I don't do that for everybody, but we've got Lelaine from New York City. Oh, that's right. 1922 Project. You're Kelly with an I. Okay, I did want to see what the temperature is. It's hot in my room right now, but when I had all three machines running, I was working hard today. I had a long list, and I'm not done. I made a list of like what I had to mail out tomorrow, and you can see where I've marked through it. You can see I don't have some done, but that's okay. As long as I get them to the mail before 4 o'clock tomorrow, we should be good. Dawn, yes, working on a rush. Alicia, like I want a shirt in 40 hours and don't want to pay the rush fee. Yeah. So most of if it is, it's my friends or somebody that's been a long time customer. And I don't know, I just kind of learned that, I will do it for them. I'm not going to do it just for a random person that reaches out on Etsy. I don't even have one of those like rush fees as an option on there because no, I'm normally, too many things got going on at one time. Debbie said it's 75 in Louisiana. See, I'm trying to, okay, let me look real quick. What is the temperature here? I can't find my weather app. Hold please, it is, oh, it wants me to download Premium Pro 63. So yeah, so it's warm here, isn't that crazy? But I like it. But it's 33 in Minnesota. Sorry. 37 in Montana. Want to trade? No, I don't. I'm loving it. Like I said, I went for a walk on the beach today. You made your own shamrock applique today. Pretty easy. Just have to stitch it out. Oh, awesome. So did you actually digitize it? That's pretty cool. I've never done that. 73 and muggy in Texas. Yeah, it was really foggy here today, so it was kind of weird. Am I shining? My husband was laughing because I just put makeup on for the first time today at 8:55. I was like, I gotta get pretty for my live. He was definitely making fun of me. So I did print something out. I've told you guys before, especially on here, I do love analytics. They're just fun and interesting to me, and I like to dive into numbers. And I printed this out so that you could see it, and I'll hold up in a second. But this is just my my ask of you guys that if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would love it. I am so close to 5,000 subscribers, and that's just cool. And I am going to do a giveaway when we get there. It should happen this week. But let's make it happen sooner than later. But also so that you get notified when we do stuff. This is what I was going to show you. Let's see if you can see it. Watch time from subscribe. Okay, over this way. So basically, this is saying that of people that watch my videos, 50.1% are not subscribed. So basically, it's saying half the people that watch my video are not subscribed to my channel. Like, why? Come on. So if you haven't, please subscribe. That way you can get notified when videos come up. That way we can have conversations and we can talk about things that you want to see coming soon or whatnot. So anyway, I would love for you to like this video too. Looks like we've got 81 folks in here, 8 minutes in. So that is awesome. But please subscribe. I don't know, just one of those like feels good when you do. So help a girl out. Let's get to 5,000. I do have some fun things planned for that. And like I said, it should be next weekend that I'll be able to do that. Some fun giveaways. Yeah, it's free to like, it's free to subscribe. Do it. I promise you, I think you'll benefit in the end if you are in the world of Etsy. So are those hair bows behind you? April asked, do you sell them? They are hair bows. I used to give them away free with my shirts. I would tuck one in that was a matching color, and I kind of lost contact with the person that I was getting them from. I was getting them for like $1 a piece. So it was just a fun little addition that, they didn't even know was coming, and everybody loved it. And I have been asked like, are you going to do that again? And I might, if you guys have a good, inexpensive bow person, let me know. But right now they're just back there because they're pretty and they're colorful and they just look good. But I don't do anything with them. I probably could monogram, but they don't have very long tails, so probably won't. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of things. So the world of social media is crazy, and I'm just trying to keep up. I'm just I was going to say 30. I'm not 30. I'm a 43-year-old lady trying to keep up in the world of social media, and it really does help. Hold please. I was trying to have everything over here ready to show you guys, but I forgot. I talked about this before, but this is the most amazing calendar, and oh my goodness, It's Hoop Mama's crafting calendar. I'm trying to find the front page. Crafter's calendar. I mean, it is amazing. And this has really been upping my social media game as far as, just trying to do a little bit of everything each day. And she, puts in here all those crazy, like, today is Margarita Day. Well, yeah, of course it is. And I love those. Really, was it last week? What day was it? It was Monday the 22nd. So she has all those fun national, like, days that are just made up by somebody. But anyway, so it's just been making social media posts a lot more fun. So I highly suggest this. I know she's completely out of the physical copies, but you can get a digital copy. That wouldn't work for me because I need it. I want it in my hands. I want to write on it and draw on it and, just have fun with it. But anyway, so with the, idea of trying to keep up with social media, I've really been working on that. Oh yeah, so I have TikTok now. Yeah. I think about TikTok, but I've made a couple of fun ones. I don't know. I was going to try to show you some of the different things and some of the different links. So, oh good. Y'all got the calendar too. Awesome. So I'm going to try to add these things one by one. I'm not sure what's going to happen when I do this, but first thing I wanted to show was, I don't know if you guys can still see me as I'm clicking away, or did it go black? I don't know. Let's see if that works. No, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, hold on. I was trying to first thing I was going to show you is my Etsy site. We haven't really kind of shown that. So I was going to add the link, but I'm not sure that I just grabbed that the right way. So hold on one second and let me see if I can bring it over. So let me show you. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so my Etsy page. So there's a link to my Etsy page. And then now we're just going to go see it. So let's go look. Here's my Etsy page. I just wanted to show it to you if you guys haven't ever visited it. But this is where I do, the majority of my business. And I just, always working on it. Let's see. Can I use it? I can't scroll on it. It's just really showing you the screen. But actually, I'm going to pop my head out of here and then maybe I can see if it will work. I'm going to go back to it from my location here. Anyway, so here is my Etsy shop, and I'm close to 4,000 sales on here, so that's fun. I'm excited about that. I still have an update of things, shipping that are slowing down, but, just if you've never visited, I'd love you to check it out. I know you guys all do your own work, but here's what I've been posting, and I've been adding new listings almost every day. Again, some of the things in this crafting calendar are, really kind of allowing me to, think of new ideas, things that I, might not have ever had in there before. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. Let me get back to the screen here if I can find me again. So that's, so just something I wanted to show you. April, would you say Etsy or Shopify? I want to open one on Facebook strictly now. I still do a lot in my Facebook group and have a lot of sales on there. So definitely, keep that. I have dabbled with Shopify 25 different times, but right now I am probably, I'd say 30% done with my site again. And, I do plan to, in this month of March, it's my goal to have my Shopify site there. I don't, have lots of intentions of it drawing lots of traffic right away. SEO is not my, favorite thing, but I know it's important. The people that have been my constant customers, especially those that, used to be local to me, they're always, do you still have this? Do you still have that? And it would be so much easier just to pop it on my Shopify site, especially the things that I might just have a couple of. I can put them on there quickly. So it is my plan to kind of go back to that. And I think I've talked about it here. If you already have, like an active Facebook group, I literally have found that when I would put links to my Shopify site in my Facebook group, I would have way less sales versus if I just said comment below, because it was almost like a mass mentality of, well, if she's getting it, I want it. Well, if those 3 people wanted it, then I obviously need this too. And so it really kind of worked off of each other when people would buy something. So I found, even though it's more time for me to do, PayPal invoices and make sure they pay and all that stuff, I know the time is worth it in the end, because it is money in the end. So I still really, do that. And it's still working for me, but I do hope to kind of transition some of that over to Shopify too. Kelly, are you still doing that SEO course? Yes. So it starts tomorrow. Can you remind me of the name of the person doing it? Let me see if I can find it. I will pull it up. Hopefully you guys are seeing the screens when I pull it up. I think I'm still on the Etsy page here. Oh, but I don't think I'm sharing the screen. Or am I? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. At least I can find you the name of it. Here we go. Let's see. Are you guys seeing that? Yes, you are. So this is the SEO workshop, March 1st through 4th. That I highly recommend. She's, come to me recommended. I'm just making sure that you guys can see it. Yeah. So it's EWD marketing. And this is really all she has on her site, a couple of these. She just knows all things, about Etsy, title and tags, training. She does work with Marmalade is what she recommends. She does the classes each day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you actually don't have to be there, the exact time. You can watch it later, but it's more interactive if you are there. And let's see, you need to have a personal Facebook account, Marmalade account. So you can join Marmalade and then you can, for free for a certain number of days, and then you can cancel it if you decide it's not something you want to use. But for this class, she recommends that you have it. Each session's about 2 hours long, but it is recorded for replay if you can't be there. And then she has a private Facebook group that she does just for that group. So that's really cool. And she keeps that open all month. So highly, highly recommend. It's been recommended to me. I've had it in my cart numerous times. And finally, I'm like, all right, it's time, especially with all this time that I'm trying to invest in, growing things. So SEO is at the heart of that. Let's see. I'll go back up and see. Oops. Did you find someone to service your machines? What's the best way to go finding someone? All right, I went to Hobby Lobby after seeing your video. Did not know they had blinks. Bought a few green shirts for my shamrocks. Oh, awesome. Oh, chef hats. That would be really cute to do. And then, let's see, then found a gilding at the Dollar Tree in green. No flaws. So snatched up. Oh, nice. I don't know exactly. Did you find someone to service your machines? I haven't had to service my machines, so I don't know if you were asking me directly, but I don't have anyone local since I moved. So luckily I serviced them right before. Dawn says Hobby Lobby's blanks are okay. I bought several and they did great, but when all done and pressed, it looked a little funny. Yeah, so I mean, you definitely need to just check them, feel them, touch them, see if there's something that works good for you. Robin's Nest Embroidery. Hi, Johanna. And let's see what I'm clicking on, buttons that I don't need to be clicking on. Yes, so good, Kelly. I'm glad you're going to sign up. I really do think there'll be several of us in there. So I don't know if it's interactive where we can see each other, but that would be cool because we can say hi. That's going to be fun. So, all right, I showed you guys my Etsy store just to kind of, show you where a lot of my work is. Where a lot of my time is spent. So I'm trying to open it back up. Sorry, I'm doing lots of clicking. So this was in my cart. So there's the SEO workshop that I highly recommend. I haven't taken it yet, but I'm looking forward to starting it tomorrow. And then this was just simply my own Etsy page. So it's just showing that, look, this is something I'm buying. I've had a lot of people ask, since I am called the embroidery nurse, why don't I have any nurse stuff in my shop? So I'm working on that as well. Okay, so the next thing I was going to show is my new website. So let's see here. You've heard me talk about EmbroideryAid.com. And I am just so excited to, kind of walk you through it, show you what it's going to be about. There are still things to tweak on it. You actually can't purchase anything yet because I'm kind of waiting to launch the products and just make sure that everything is 1,000% ready. But here it is. Can you guys see it? Yes, I see it up there on my screen. So I'm actually going to show you just a little bit about it. This is the home screen, and it just kind of scrolls through a couple of the things that are just highlights of the channel. And, the tagline of Embroidery Aid is tips, tricks, and tools of the trade in machine embroidery. So that's what it's all about. It's about learning, tips and tricks and tools of the trade and sharing those with each other. And I just hope this will grow into a community that is available for those that are learning and wanting to, just excel in their machine embroidery. So the idea, if you hadn't heard me talk about it before, the premise of me doing this is the fact that, 5 years ago when I was starting in machine embroidery, I didn't really feel like there was just not one location that I could find that had everything that I needed to learn. In the beginning, it's daunting. It's so beyond daunting, to figure out, what stabilizer, what is stabilizer? Wait, I need to do what? Who? What? Float? What? Everything was just daunting. And it's like you could go to 10 million different places and you would, ask in Facebook groups, and then you would ask one question, and then all of a sudden you'd have 25 people answering you in different ways. So, it was just daunting. And so I want to have just one place where you can come to and try to get the information that you need, information about software, about machines, about, threads, stabilizers, and things like that. And then one of the biggest things that I'm excited about is a beginner starter box for embroidery. And it will have everything that I feel like you need to get off on the right foot with embroidery. So I can show you that real quick. Let's see. I've got to go back to the page here. So it's Embroidery Aid boxes. So if we click on that here, what it's going to bring you to, and again, they're not quite ready, but it's an embroidery starter box. And, worked really hard to create this starter box for beginner machine embroidery. It comes complete with the latest items that are essential to getting off on the right foot with your embroidery machine, things like stabilizers, fabrics, applique scissors, and other tools. And it'll be updated as, things come, to me that are essential. So if I click on that, just shows you a little bit behind the scenes of what the box looks like. And it says out of stock right now because I actually haven't launched it. Really haven't even launched this website, but you guys are kind of getting a first glance at that. But it just kind of shows you, the items that I feel like are essential to starting. And I'm super excited. I think it's going to be just a great thing for people to purchase that are new to embroidery, something that I wish I had in the beginning. And hopefully if you, know someone that's starting out, or if you're part of some beginner Facebook groups, you could let them know about it. Because I really do, think that it will help others just kind of get a good start. And the other thing that I'm super excited about is the Stitch Out Supply Box. So I plan to make these, and it'll be a monthly box that you can get. And I believe I'll be starting, the first one will be centered around July 4th. And so about a month out from that is when we'll start each Friday stitching these. So it is very time sensitive as far as when these boxes will go on sale, how long they'll be on sale for, and then I'll have to shut it down because then we'll start doing the, it says every Friday. I'm not really sure when we're going to do it. I got to kind of think about that and look at my calendar and whatnot, and just see what makes sense. But, there'll be 4 different projects in there, and I will send you in your supply box every single thing you need to do those 4 items. And then we'll do them live together, and it's just going to be awesome. So like Christmas, for instance, we might do, a Christmas kitchen towel. We might do a Christmas ornament. We might do just, who knows? I've been, kind of racking my brain about the fun things that we could do, different fun items that we could do together. And then I'll be able to send you the items that we can, if we're doing an ornament, then I'll send you everything you need for that ornament. I'll send you, the thread, the fabric, the actual ornament piece. Just everything you need will come in that box. So I'm super duper excited about that. So more to come with that. One other thing that's on here, just to show you real quick, and then I'm going to get back to answering questions, is one-on-one coaching. This honestly is just a time, if you have any questions about machine embroidery, if you're wanting to open an embroidery business, are you stuck in the middle of a project? Literally, it's just 30 minutes for you and I just to chat. So check out that if that's something that you think would be helpful, or share that with others. I have available times on here, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Basically when my kids are in school during that time frame. So if that's something you're interested in, or think someone that, might be, then certainly look at that. I also list on here all the different videos that I have. Of course, you can see them on YouTube since that's where we normally are, but here's just a way to access them, just all in one place as well. And you can search it to find, specifically what you're looking for, if there's something that you're, hoping to find. I also list the podcast here, the episodes, and I'm trying to get back into this. I realize that maybe I'm doing a few too many things, but I absolutely adore podcasts. I love listening to them when I walk. So I want to make sure that I, try to do one a week. Hopefully I'll get in a better routine with that as well. All right, let's go back and just see if we have any questions over here. Let's see. Okay, still talking about, oh, good. So someone has said they did embroidery on my cap. I had that on here, the hat challenge. I had talked to folks about the hat challenge that I still haven't done mine, y'all. I said 30 days, and I think it's been 45 now because I missed our live last week when I was out of town. Oh my goodness, I haven't done it yet, but we are going to revisit that because I still want to make sure all of those that actually, like we were talking, had everything that you needed to do a cap, and we hadn't done it yet. So yeah, we're gonna show that. Let's see. April says she can't wait for the box. Hello from Canada. What's the best hat hoop for a 6 needle? April's asking. I have the Durkee hat frame, and I haven't used it yet. That's what we were just talking about. So I'm going to use it. I've had the hat frame for a long time. As in a different live, I showed all the random things that I have and never use. But anyway, that's one of them. Let's see. I have never had or used cutaway. I have no idea when to use it. I use tearaway, no-show mesh, and the one that you use water to remove. So no-show mesh is a cutaway. So you do use cutaway. You might be talking about a different type of cutaway. And I really honestly only use no-show mesh. That's the cutaway that I use of choice. I don't think I have any of it out. I've had lightweight and some heavier weights, but I really pretty much use cutaway, the no-show for everything. So you have everything. Sounds like you haven't used sticky stabilizer yet, but that is another thing that I use a lot. You said the blue measuring tape is a game changer. Yeah, that actually works. Let's see. Oh, I've lost some of the comments. Oh, Shayna, she says, do I do happy dance? Woo, woo, woo. She reached 400 subs today. That's awesome. You are awesome. You really do. You're a great communicator. So that's awesome. That's so awesome. Will this be open to Canada as well? I don't see why not. I don't, like in my Etsy shop, I don't sell anything to any other countries just because it got confusing. And then I was losing money on the shipping end when we were doing free shipping. But I will definitely, I don't see any reason why I can't figure out what the shipping will cost and then just add that into the, when you buy it. So I would love to. I feel like there's, when I look at the analytics, like I was telling you guys about, I see analytics of people that are watching in the United Kingdom and Canada and, several different countries. And I'm like, what? That's so cool. Probably not watching the same time that I'm, live or whatnot, or just, any of my videos. So that's really neat. And I definitely will try to have it open to anybody. I'm still working out the details, so I will make sure that I work out that one. Let's see. Bonnie says you're going to be one busy woman. That's the way I roll. When I'm not, if I'm not busy, then I'm really not busy. I'm then just not doing anything. But when I'm busy, maybe it just works better with my personality. Pretty sure there's a little ADD going on in there, always has been, but it's what's really, motivated me to do everything. And you said, what is the website? And if we're talking about, let's see if I can link it here. It's just EmbroideryAid.com. If you're talking about the website where I'll be selling the different boxes and stitch out supplies. So super excited about that. It's something that I've been working on for a year and a half, just trying to figure out the details. I already have all the supplies for the first round of boxes that I'm going to sell, but I'm trying to do it the right way and launch it the right way. And so that brings me up to Alicia. She says, why are you so awesome? Because you're here. That's why. Okay, April says, I'm in the process of thinning stuff out, preparing to move cross country. What are some of the things that you did to prepare to move? And what are some of the things that So in regards to moving with my embroidery business, the biggest thing that I did was make sure that I put the processing times in my Etsy shop out to 3 or 4 weeks. And that gave me a solid, 2 weeks when I moved that I didn't have any orders due. It allowed that time for myself instead of stressing about, when I'm going to get my embroidery studio set back up. Just honestly took time off. And it's recommended by most to not put your shop on vacation mode. Instead, in the world of Etsy algorithms, it's suggested to just extend your processing times or deactivate, listings that, there's no way you're going to be able to do them. I deactivated a lot of my listings during that time. So when I moved, and it was just an amazing feeling to know that I was actually still getting orders. It was kind of crazy. I'm like, why are they ordering something that says they're not going to get it for 3 to 4 weeks? Okay, thanks. I was glad. But anyway, so I did deactivate some of the listings and kept up the ones that I knew that I could, have a quick turnaround on. I basically took all of the applique things off, the things that were a little more time consuming for me to do. So just allow yourself time, allow yourself, to take that break so that you can make the transition. I took the break for a while because I just felt like I really needed to get my boys settled, and that needed to be my number one priority. It took a hot second to kind of get things back up. To the volume that, made me more comfortable with, since this is my full-time job. But that's the best thing I can tell you. We also had someone, we paid our movers to actually pack our house for us. And that was amazing. What? I literally felt like a queen. I was standing in the corner and they're like, no, we got it. We got it. You don't have to do that. No, we got it. Okay. And only one thing broke, and it was my Instapot, and I didn't like it anyway. Okay, hello from Oklahoma, Fran. What about if you're going to have surgery? Kimberly, I would think the same thing, just extend your processing time. For some reason, they just don't recommend putting your shop on vacation mode. That in the algorithm state, it just hurts you a little bit more and harder to bounce back. But if you need to, you need to. Honestly, it's all just an algorithm. You can bounce back. I know Ashley, the Monogram Mompreneur, she literally took a year off from her Etsy shop, and she's just getting back into it. So it'll be fun to watch her grow and just kind of see how, after taking a vacation, how she kind of gets back to where she wants to be. Let's see. Brett, I would agree with you. Says that all of us have a little bit of, let's see. Oh, here's what she had said. I think all of us crafty people are a little ADHD. Yeah, probably. That's the way our brains work. When you first started your sample sales, did you have any takers or was it crickets? So I have a fairly big Facebook group. It's over 1,000 people in it. So my group, when they hear the word VIP, when they hear the word sale or discount or extravaganza, they go crazy. And, it's all about the wording, and it is about them feeling as if they've gotten a great deal, and I have, in the end, gotten one too. For me, I want to just make a couple of dollars on those sample sales, to the point where I've not lost any money on, the shirt blank that I've used and the design that I've bought. Or if it's a new item, just to cover what I bought so that I can, know if it's something that people are even interested in, but just to kind of bring me, back to to break even with that, and maybe a few dollars for my time. So it is about growing that Facebook group, growing interest in that, finding outlets that, might listen, be interested in that. You could even put it in, Marketplace, or just find out where your avatar lives, where your target market is. For me, stay-at-home moms and some of the Facebook mom groups, I definitely make sure that, that's where I am. I keep shaking the whole table. So you just really kind of need to know where your person lives, and so where you can find them, and doing some research on that is really helpful. Do you have super chat? I don't even know what that is. I know I did it once. I know I gave money one time to one of our other folks in the Discord group, but I don't, when she was, and she probably still is, saving up for her multi-needle, but I don't know how to add it. I'll look into it, but I don't really need that. I don't really know what it is. Like I don't know, but maybe I should add it. Should I add it? Kathy says, hello, heading upstairs to play with my new, we'll have fun, Kathy. That would be awesome to see what you have. That's the machine I have, and I love it. Oh, you must have the same one Kathy does. That's awesome. Do you work set hours embroidering every day? Or oh, if only I was that organized. No, my husband travels, so when he travels, I really am more with my kids. Taking them to school, picking them up and sitting in carpool line. I'm not complaining because my kids are actually in school, so love that. I do a lot of work on Sundays, especially if I know my husband's going to be out of town. I do a lot of work at night. So after the kids go to the bed, that's always, I can't come down and work for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is useless to me. If I can come down to my studio and be here for a couple of hours, watch some, TV over here while I'm down here, watch the news, or watch, a Hallmark movie, then I can really start turning things out. 30 minutes to me is a joke. An hour to me is almost a joke. I need chunks of time. So, when I have lots of orders, like today, I have this entire sheet, of what I need to get done. And I base it on, what I need to do. What I've learned to do, and this was amazing for, somebody that I listen to in the podcast world, having internal and external days. And so internal would be, I'm just working on orders, I'm turning them out, I'm just getting caught up, I'm doing paperwork. And an external day would be a day where I am meeting with people that, that have signed up for the one-on-one coaching, or I'm recording some of my videos. So those are external days, and I do plan which days are going to be internal, which day are going to be external. And that helps me kind of, set the pace for what I need. In the beginning of the week, I do set my schedule based on the orders that I have in front of me of what I need to do on what particular day, and, what my deadlines are. So I definitely work on deadlines. I'm a procrastinator at heart, always have been, always will be. I don't ever foresee that changing. So the procrastinator in me really works good when I have deadlines. When I have my invoices I send out through PayPal, I actually will put a deadline on each of those when I print them out, so that I can just not put those off, because I work in order of things of importance. So that's how that kind of works for me. All right, let me go back up here and see. Do you offer that circle monogram font? I love that, but some of the letters, for example, D is bad. I know. I don't, if it's a weird letter, and there are J's and I's, some D's when it's in that type of monogram, but J's and I's in particular, when I look at it and I'm like, ugh, I don't like the way that looks, I will send a message to the person that's ordered it and say, hey, take a look at this. I'm just not sure, if you like the looks of it, blah, blah, blah. And I'll try to word it in a way, but, you know, otherwise, I'm going to assume that they kind of know what they're getting based on, if you have a letter like that in your name, you might be more apt to ask for, to see a view of it first. And I always do that for folks. It's so quick just to, drop some, monograms quickly into Embrilliance and take a screenshot of it. I literally would take my phone up to the thing and be like, click, click, click. Yeah, it's my remote, but you get the idea. So I never hesitate to do that if someone asks. If someone, has asked that, I know it's almost 99% a guaranteed sale, because we're going to find something that they do like if they don't like the one they've originally asked about. So I highly recommend that. Let's see. Julie says she struggles with figuring out the shipping on Etsy. Any pointers? I mostly use PayPal, but I'm trying to get my Etsy shop up and running again. The struggle is real. So I used to do free shipping in the beginning because that was recommended when I first started. And then I kept it for almost a year. And then I was kind of like, no, like my shop is busy enough. I have enough followers that I'm not offering free shipping anymore. I'm not going to, no, people will pay for that if they really want these items. And they do. It didn't change my sales at all. And I'm so glad that I reverted back. I do have in place where if you spend $35 or more, you get free shipping, but in the end, that kind of works out, and I don't mind that. Most of my items are below that, so that means you'd be buying two. I don't think people are like adding on an application just to get the free shipping. So it at least looks like people are eligible for free shipping in my shop. So let's see. Hey, Amber, how are you? Let's see. Amber says the same thing. I think you're talking about in your shop. Yeah, I definitely need chunks of time, or else it's useless. Let's see. Yes, I work better under pressure too. I mean, honestly, I work so much better when I have like this list of I've got to get this done before the end of the day. Well, for me, at least these I've got to get done before 4:00 tomorrow. This is what's due. I don't want things to be late. Let's see. Super Chat's just a nice way for your followers to compensate you for content. If I were to super chat you right now, the message I include with payment would be highlighted at the top for all to see. I'll look into it, but I don't need you guys to pay me just to chit chat. But I'll look into it. I mean, I guess it's worth putting on there. I guess you never know who is finding value in what they're seeing. So that's a good idea. Why not? I'll look into it. I'll see. I don't know if it's just some button I click saying I allow it. I don't know if I have to sign up for it. I will check. I have seen it though. Natalie says, what kind of stabilizer do you use? It completely depends on what project you're working on. The 4 stabilizers that I have at all times are Polymesh, which is a cutaway. I use tearaway. I use a sticky stabilizer, which is a tearaway. And then I use water soluble stabilizer. And then I use Tender Touch, which I put on the back, which is not really a stabilizer. It's more of a backing. But it just completely depends on what project you're working on. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Yeah, craft work hours, I work full-time and time is never enough. Yeah, I mean, I commend all you guys that have a full-time job and then do this as well. This is my full-time job. It turned into that over time. And that's why I'm able to kind of look into some of these other avenues because, I just have that availability and it works out good. I mean, I really enjoy that I've gotten to this point where I can do that. And if that's your goal, you can do it too. Kimberly says, I tend to overthink everything and end up missing deadlines for seasonal samples. Yeah, so you have to be so methodical about timing when it comes to, time sensitive things. Like I think, Shayna, I saw you ask if people were posting their St. Patrick's Day. Well, for me, St. Patrick's Day orders are done. Like I wouldn't even take any now if someone was to reach out about them. Like that holiday to me is over and done with, and it's not even March yet. But I'm working on Easter and Easter only at the moment as far as, samples and stuff like that. I mean, some of the things I'm still sending out are, my, but I'm not posting about them anymore. I'm not putting up pictures. I'm not putting up sales for these. And the closer I get to it, I actually will remove these temporarily from my Etsy shop because I don't want someone ordering it 5 days before St. Patrick's Day and thinking that it's going to get there. So you have to be so methodical and really plan it out. Get your calendar month by month and figure out, what the dates are. This crafting calendar that I talked about, if you didn't see already, the Hoop Mama Crafters calendar, again, they're completely out of the physical calendars, but they do have this in the digital form. But this really helps you kind of plan ahead. Like, for instance, let me look at a couple on here. What do? Like, on Tuesday, the 23rd, product show off, beach themed items was her recommendation. So start thinking about things for the summer. Yeah, it's February, but that's what you need to start thinking about as far as posting. And I will say, Kimberly, in the beginning, I was awful. Like, I literally would ask for people to be part of my VIP sample group. I would get those samples made, and it would be like a week before the holiday. And they would get their items that I had made the samples for, but I didn't have time to put them on Etsy to benefit from that. The next year I did, but talk about some crazy, awful, instant gratification, like the complete opposite of that, like literally waiting a year to, make sales of these samples that I made for a holiday that I missed the deadline for. I'm trying to think. So like on here on Friday, the 26th, her product show off actually says, say last call for St. Patrick's Day. I've already had my last call. I put it up, I think, on Monday. And I think I said last call on that day on my Facebook group and whatnot. So it is important to do that. Do you think you should even have to offer free shipping at all? I'm still working on getting my shop open. So Etsy you want to do what Etsy recommends to be seen. That's how their algorithm works. That's a hard word to say. So I'm just going to take a little sip of my drink here. I try to make this pretty because it's really just a beer. So I just learned over time that if Etsy suggests something, dabble in it, try it. If it's completely against your shop, then maybe you don't want to do it. But to be continually seen in the Etsy world, doing things they recommend, they'll try to tell you that doesn't help you in your numbers, but it does. Don't be fooled. I've definitely heard from some that it really does. It definitely benefits you to do things they recommend. And that's why I had the free shipping to begin with. That's, they're still trying their hardest to try to be like Amazon and just to be, seen very competitive and whatnot. So, there's some handmade folks that really have an issue with some of the things Etsy's doing in that regards. But again, they pay some of my bills, so I'm not going to say anything bad about them and what they offer me. Mary says she's just started following things. Well, thank you. Alicia says super chat is fun. Okay, I will look into it. Do you guys have it? I don't know if I've seen it. I'll check it out though. I don't work full time and time is never enough. I know, seriously. If I don't make exact plans for, I have lots of little sheets of what has to get done, what needs to get done, and just all kinds of notes. I'm always making notes. I use this for everything, and it's hard to stay on top of things. Embroidery machines are so hard to get. Found someone who was selling a brother that is a good machine to start with. So that is an older version, but it's a great one to start with. It does have a 5x7 hoop size, so I recommend that. Since it's older, I would certainly question has it been serviced recently? What the stitch count is. I've been told not to look at hours of stitch time, but the stitch count is more important. So just double check that. But for your first machine, it's a great one. The PE 800, I guess, is where they're at now in that series. But the 770 for the longest time was definitely the go-to. And I have heard they are hard to get, the 800s, just because so many people during the pandemic were buying, or maybe the supply was low, or probably a combination of both. Let's see. Hi, Anna. Hi, Shirley. Thinking today, 5 months of September, hence fall. I know. Isn't it crazy? You have to really think differently. And you kind of think about it in the sense of when you go in Target and it's 30 degrees outside and they're selling bathing suits. You kind of have to think about it like that. You have to think about they're in the season that's coming up. And that's really where you need to be at in what you're, making as far as samples and things that you're starting to, list. People will start kind of shopping early where they like products. So you might see, right now, I might see a lot of people liking a product that I have listed for Easter or summer. And they're liking it because then they can save that to come back to later. So if you don't have those things already up so that they can see them, to like them, to save for later, you've kind of already lost out on some of those. The P800 is a great machine. Yeah, that's what a lot of people start with. Big question about what does a shirt dress look like after it is washed? It just depends. I recommend, when in my listings, which people don't read way down in Etsy listings, but I recommend for people to wash in cold and to hang to dry and to run a hot iron over the embroidery, before they wear it. And normally that is enough. If you're using the Heat and Bond Light and using quality products, that really should be all you need. Let's see. Kim says you can't find the P800. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm in Canada. I found someone selling their P7 for 400, so I was hoping that would be okay. I'd go for it, but again, check to make sure that it's been serviced and what their stitch count on it, and kind of compare it that way. All right, I'm a little behind. Do I have a link for the digital planner? It's Hoop Mama. Hoop Mama's crafter calendar. So you can put in, and she has got amazing embroidery and SVG files. So it's something that you should be looking at anyway. I will add a link to this when I'm done in the comment section. But it's Hoop Mama, and it's the 2021 Crafters Calendar. And the other great thing is then you're a part of her 2021 Crafters Calendar Facebook group. And man, those ladies throw out some cool ideas of things to do and share different visuals that you can use for social media. Let's see, is Hoop Mama the only shop to sell a physical calendar? I'm sure there's others, but this one's amazing, Johanna. It's for crafters. It's for people like us. So there's definitely a lot of social media content calendars. So that could help you with like planning, when to do things. But as far as, like every day she gives you a challenge, and then she gives you a social engagement post idea and then a product show off idea. So that's just fun. So let's see, like for Thursday, her challenge was to create graphics for March promotions. So that starts getting your, ideas for March. The social engagement post idea for Thursday was to share a funny meme. That's easy, but that's something, that kind of is engagement in your group. And then the product show off, new items added. So if you've added some new items, say they don't fall in any season, they don't fall in any holiday, that's a good time. She's just saying show off something then. We have 100 people watching. Well, hey. So love it. Hey, Sue. Let's see. So Deborah, we talked about the SEO workshop starting tomorrow. If I can't be live then, I've never taken it. It's just come highly recommended to me. So it does say that they're on replay. You can watch them. So I think it's fine to do that, especially the different time zones that people are in. It wouldn't be conducive for everybody. Let's see. What kind of time frame do you give yourself to get your orders out? How many days do you give yourself? I'm trying to sell on Etsy. I do 1 to 2 week processing time. I try to get it out within 1 week, but for the items that I don't have in stock, then it does right now. Still with shipping being a little wonky with some of our suppliers, it's close to the 2 week time frame. But that's okay because I've said between 1 to 2 weeks. People always like to think they're getting something early. So if I can get it done earlier, if it's something I have in stock, here in my shop, then I try to get it out a lot quicker. But I'm also factoring in things that I'm doing in my own group. And so sometimes just with the volume that I have each day, I'm doing good to get it out by the deadline that's on, my Etsy. For some items that I have, just like the really quick stitch out, like embroidery, mesh face bags that I do, those are a quick 3 to 5 or 1 to 2. When I mass, I can still do those really quick. So I have that as a 1 to 2 turnaround, 1 to 2 days. Or if it's something that I have like right here that I always keep, like the cute little sweaters that I have, or some of the guest towels that I have, they're so easy and, you know, quick to do. I have those set, you know, for a shorter time frame. But when it comes to like the items that I'm getting from the different companies that I have to order from every time, the 2 weeks is a better time frame for that. Do I use Etsy shipping? I do. I've never found a reason not to. It's been fine for me. I do use Pirate. What's it called? Is it Pirate Ship? Pirate Ship? That can't be right. That sounds too like ahoy there, matey. Is it Pirate Ship? Pirate? I'll check. I do use that when I have to mail something that's not connected to PayPal and not connected to Etsy. So like if somebody sent me money on Venmo, like a friend or an old customer, some just like swear that Venmo is the only way to pay. So I do that as well. Let's see. Deborah, thanks. This is your first live. So I do these every 2 weeks on Sunday. Just question and answers. Try to show you guys a few things while we're here. It's easier for me just to chat than it is for me to try to stitch while I talk. I can't do that. Let's see. Yeah, right? Hobby Lobby with their Christmas. Do they already have it out? I hope they don't have it out yet, right? Surely they don't have it out yet. I would die. But I do love me some Hobby Lobby. Okay, let's see. Yeah, getting ready to offer my graduation mask I made last year. See, yeah, like it's like didn't I say it's the opposite of instant gratification sometimes? Do you wash anything before you? I do not wash anything. I think. I mean, okay, this is just me being real because that's why you're here. I think that's gross if people wash it. And I'm sorry if you guys do it. I'm sorry. I take it back. No, I don't. Yuck. Don't think something that I'm going to buy in your washing machine with your detergent and your fabric softener. I don't know why that's gross to me. I mean, some things are just gross to me. Like when I go on vacation, I take my own sheets, take my own pillows, I take everything that's there off, and I cover the couches and chairs. That's just me. I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't wash anything. I don't know. Do you guys? No, I don't. But I've heard all kinds of things that people do, that they wash the stabilizer or dry the stabilizer so that it doesn't shrink later. I've just not had issues with that stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I do think, you know, appliques will sometimes come out a little crinkly, but all you have to do is put a little iron to them. I mean, not that hard, right? People are still over here talking about the PE 77 and 800. Both are great beginner machines. Let's see. Going back over here. I lost my place. The questions that you asked. Okay. Let's see. I use her for your screen print. Yes. I mean, oh my gosh, her things are amazing. I love all her sayings. For some reason, within my own particular group, they haven't done as well. I feel like I had one earlier that I did, or I've got to do it later. I do have a really cute St. Patrick's Day one that I need to stitch out. And Amber, look at these. I bought them. I bought 3 boxes of them, so I've got like 100 of them. But these are amazing. I mean, I thank you for showing me these in one of your lives. It's been awesome. Wait, why did I sew my screen up there? Let me just be me. These have been just so helpful for me to be organized, and I love them. But anyway, one of the shirts that I'm getting ready to do is unpinchable. It's so cute. And it was a Hoop Mama design, and then I just add the name to it. So that's a cute one. And then my little shamrock green dress. But yeah, really awesome. I noticed you mentioned the umbrella lights a while back, and now you like your ring light. What do you suggest now for photos, or what is better? Definitely ring lights, so much easier. When I had those umbrella lights, I had like one over here and one over here. And then I had, you know, it had the black light or the black umbrella, and then it had the white umbrella, and you could either turn it this way or you could face it that way. I didn't know what I was doing. The ring light, I just turn it on and face it towards me. Done. Now, the funny thing is, because I see it in other people, like, can you see the ring in my eyes? You can see the ring light in my eyes. Isn't that weird? And now I see it when I watch other people. I'm like, look at their ring light in their eyeballs. It's bright, but I use it. So I use a ring light for things like this, but I also use it sometimes just to brighten up my shop when I'm working in it. I really do. I'll put it over on the corner and turn it on just for, you know, extra light in here. But then, of course, I use it for all my product photography. I never think there's enough light. It doesn't matter what picture I'm taking. I'm still using my app to lighten things up, even after I use the ring light and everything like that. You did say you had several questions, so I'm glad you found me. That was good that you asked. Do I have a website you use for cheaper shipping prices? So the Pirate Ship, did we ever confirm that's what it's called? Pirate Ship. It sometimes does, a lot of times because it doesn't ask the dimensions of things. So it's like, I don't know how it even, calculates exactly how much things should ship. But I don't dabble too much into that. I'm also not the person that will drive around town to get the cheapest gas. Like, I just buy it. So I've not done a lot of research on the cheapest shipping. I just know it's easy to press ship on Etsy or on PayPal and have it directly through that. So I'm probably not the best person to ask about that because I don't really shop around. I'm not a couponer. I just don't do that. I just do the easier route. But I know a lot of people will go off of Etsy to do their shipping because they found it's better. Now, I would say the things that I'm shipping are so little itty bitty. Like if you were doing huge, like wooden signs, but I mean, a t-shirt, come on, 4 ounces, a mask, like barely an ounce, or maybe it's an ounce. So it's really not an issue when it comes to the size and the weight of the things that I'm shipping. Even a bigger package I have down there is a 12 by 16 pillow, but again, that barely weighs anything. So I could see people that are doing heavier items that really have to invest money into shipping probably are doing a lot more research on where those could go. So I just told you one of my flaws of me. I don't shop around. Let's see. Thank you, Shayna, for asking people to like this video. We have 114 folks an hour in. Natalie, what type of stabilizer do you use for embroidering shirts? When I embroider my shirts and use cutaway, and when I cut away the stabilizer in the back, the shirts gets wrinkly. Should I use tearaway? No, you definitely want cutaway for things that you wear. I don't have it in front of me. Hold, please. Oh, let's see. So these are just little itty bitty samples of what I use, but soft and sheer is what I use for my no-show poly mesh. So bright, my ring light. So that's the cutaway that I use for shirts. Tender touch is what I put on the back of them. It's just too bright. I'll hold it down like that. Here's just a lightweight tearaway that I use. It's just called Tear Easy. And then Sticky Plus is the sticky stabilizer that I use. So I don't use this for much, but here's the water-soluble stabilizer. It's called Solvy. I don't really use that for much because I don't do much that needs a topping to it for that. So she says, I need super chat. Okay, I'm gonna put it down in my calendar for the week. I'm gonna figure out what that is, and I'll add it if you guys are wanting to do that. Sounds fun. Give me my super chatters. I love your idea of having a website address, but it directs to your Etsy site. I never thought of that. Instead of having a website under construction, is that easy to do to link? Absolutely. I highly suggest that for anybody. Even if you never, ever have a goal to have that standalone website, I highly suggest, oh my goodness, the number one thing, put it on your to-do list for this month, is to get a domain name. Hopefully your shop has the domain name available. So like my Etsy shop is Embroidery Nurse. And so my domain name was www.embroiderynurse.com. And also have that for my Embroidery Aid. So I have, embroideryaid.com, and I have that, those domain names so that I, in the beginning, I think it's the most professional looking when you have an email that is, like Kelly@embroiderynurse.com versus embroiderynurse@gmail.com. I don't know why. I just feel like, Gmail's free, anyone can have it. And I just feel like it takes you to the next level when you have a web or email address that's your actual business. So Kelly@embroiderynurse.com. But yeah, I have always pointed that embroiderynurse.com to my Etsy. You might have to get whoever hosts that site, whether it's like GoDaddy or whatnot. They can walk you through of how to actually point it to a different location. So the good thing is, my business cards and everything like that says embroiderynurse.com. And it always has said that. And so my intention, in the beginning was, well, I will make my standalone site. Right now it's going to point to my Etsy, but then later I will use that web address for my standalone site. And that's what my Shopify site will be. So people that have been used to looking up EmbroideryNurse.com, because that's what's on all of my marketing materials, they'll land there automatically without even realizing, oh, okay, her site looks different. So instead of it showing the Etsy, it will show the actual standalone. But like I said, even if you have no intentions of ever having a standalone site, I highly recommend you just getting an inexpensive domain name and pointing that to your shop. It will just help you with marketing materials. Just makes it look, like I said, one step up from, just having your Etsy shop being what you list. Okay, so Alicia just said it is pirate ship. Is that what I was saying? Oh, well, that sounds funny to me. I know on there it's like, "Arr." It says things like that. It's more than I think you meant pirate ship. Yeah, you did. Not priest ship. That would be a much different ship, wouldn't it? Pirate versus priest. Sounds like a game show. Okay, good. Candy says they don't quite have Christmas in Hobby Lobby yet, but in June. Oh, that's crazy. Thank you all for giving others advice over there in the chat about different machines. That's awesome. Deborah's asked where I get my mesh bags from. They're just from Amazon. I get them in packs. Let's see. I keep pressing down and then I go past everybody's chat. Let's see. Oh, Alicia says keep it at 100. Right, 97. Where'd those 3 people go? Actually, it was at 114 at one point, but let's see. When you buy clothes, they have not been exactly. See, even if they say pre-washed, I think I'm okay with them pre-washing it like at Levi. But that's different than people's homes when we're in the handmade craft business. I don't know, it's just me. I don't wash anything either, but your response is so funny. Well, it's just gross. I don't know. I mean, if you look into like the ring of my like front-loading washing machine, like, ugh, I try to clean it out. But could you imagine if I was washing all these cute little clothes for kids? Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. I don't want to talk about it more. All right, I'm just kidding. We can talk about it more, but I'm not changing my stance on that. Don't wash it. Yes, pirate ship. Good. Amber says she's the same way. Mary says, no, don't wash it. Natalie says, when I embroider my shirts, I use cutaway. And when I cut away the stabilizer in the back, the design or name in the shirt gets wrinkly. I think we just talked about that, didn't we? So it might just been a repeat. But yeah, I mean, just run a little iron over it. Okay, you guys you're going to have that machine. Y'all keep chatting, and I think it's awesome. Where do I buy a ring light? Check out some of my videos, especially the one on photography. I have it down in the link below, that video. It's just from Amazon. I got a great one. Do you use the Peggy Stitch eraser? No, because I don't make mistakes. Just kidding. No, I've thought about it, but I try to be really, I should probably try it. Maybe Peggy can send me one and I'll try it live for you guys. Peggy, you think she's a real person? I don't know. I haven't tried it. I've heard people that just swear by it and love it, but I just don't make mistakes, so I don't really need it. I'm so kidding, y'all. I hope y'all can hear my sarcasm in that. Okay, Candy says, I use PayPal. When I don't have PayPal orders, you still get a discount. Oh, pirate ship is what I use if I don't have it connected to something. What is the planner I use? So again, it's the Hoop Mama Crafter's Calendar. And when I'm done with this, when we're done chatting, I'll post it. But again, she's out of these. She only gets a certain number each year. You really got to get in when the going's good before the year starts. Where do you buy shipping boxes and bags? Everything I buy like that's from Amazon. For the boxes that I'm getting ready to launch for starter embroidery, and then also for my stitch out boxes or stitch out supply boxes, I got those at something called boxery.com. I had looked and asked around and just got recommendations. Uline is another place, but people were saying they have some real shady things that go on there. I'm like, okay. So I compared prices because I needed kind of a weird, funky size for the things that I'll be shipping in the starter box.
And I got this from boxery.com. But if you're just talking about regular poly mailers, I get those on Amazon in bulk, and it really is the best deal. Poly mailers are so weird. You can't like go out locally and find them unless, well, I mean, maybe you can, but I never have been able to. I mean, if you go to like the, the office supply places, you can get like 3 for like $8. Like, what? I can get 200 on Amazon for that price. So I've never understood that. Like, why are they so hard to find? Let's see. Most of my items are first class. However, I get nervous because no prior insurance, especially this past Christmas. 2 items took 6 weeks. Yeah, well, no, yeah. I'm not paying for insurance unless somebody wants that. They can do that. Do you affiliate with Amazon? Yes, I do have affiliate links with some of the Amazon things. But I don't link things that I use. Honestly, I'm just linking what I use. I'm not putting randomness on there. If I use it in a video, I put it below so that people can find it themselves. Where'd you get the clear envelopes? Those, again, just from Amazon. If you go to, what video had all that in there? Just check the show notes of some of my videos. If I didn't talk about packaging, then I don't normally put them in there. But if I talked about packaging in that, and I might have done that in the one about photography, but it has links for all the ones that I've used. Alicia, good night. She's heading to bed. That's right. You have to be at school in the morning for those cute little first graders. Thanks for stopping by. I enjoyed your live today while I was working. It kept me going. I know I didn't talk a lot, but it's because I was working in the background. Half the time can't hear with my machines running. So, but I appreciate you coming. Thank you for stopping by. You've had your domain name point on my Etsy shop for the past 10 years. Yeah, that's perfect. I highly suggest that. I mean, it really costs hardly anything. You mentioned Heat and Bond. However, I don't see you use it. So I'm assuming you don't have to, or when should you? I use Heat and Bond on everything for applique. I mean, it's only for applique. It's just to make the fabric when you applique better to cut, easier to cut, doesn't fray as much. Can you see that? Heat and Bond Light. Yeah, I buy it in the bulk because I use so much of it. So I think I show it when I'm doing, I mean, I haven't done many videos on applique. I've got one coming out. I did applique gowns. I have that coming out. I've got a St. Patrick's Day one coming out. And then a couple of companies that have reached out to me that I think are amazing. I've got some videos coming out for that too. So, but yeah, I use Heat and Bond Light on it. You only use it on the fabric that you're using. I mean, oh, please, I'll show you how much I use it. I've got this bucket, and I think I've shown it before. Let's see. This entire bucket right here is full of pieces of fabric that I've cut off of items that already have Heat and Bond Light applied to them. These are like little gold pieces. Put that comment to go so you can see. Because I can go in here if I've got something light blue, a little section of light blue, and if you see the shininess on there, you can see it's got the Heat and Bond Light on it. I save all these pieces because especially like when you need like a little bit of red on something or some black. Black I use a lot. These little pieces will come in so handy. I'll do a lot of things with that. Lots of little tires. Yeah, this is gold right here. To have all of this has the Heat and Bond Light on it. I don't know why I have such a big piece of that, but I must have really over analyzed how much I need. You can tell I've been doing a lot of St. Patrick's Day because there's all the green. It's funny, you can look in here at different times of year and know what season it is just by looking. Like I said, there's lots of green in there for St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, it's gold, this little box. I use it all the time. It saves me time of having to go back and Heat and Bond Light another piece. So yes, I definitely use that. Okay, drink break. Okay, where do you get your ruffle? I guess that says dress and ruffles. ARB Blanks is my go-to for my ruffle dresses when they're shipping well. Deborah says she doesn't wash anything. You don't make a mistake. Yeah, right. Learn from all of them. Are you doing sublimation or strictly embroidery? That's all I do. I'm so busy with it. there's all the things that I want to do. Like I want a pink heat press. I don't have anything to heat press, but I just want one. I want a pink silhouette, but I don't do that either. There's so many things I want. There's so many fun things that I want to add to like, I just don't have time. I think embroidery is my thing. I don't know, if I get tired of it, maybe I can do some of the other cool stuff. Some of you guys make some awesome stuff. Like I don't even sew. I can, but I don't make things. I want to. So anyway, I do strictly embroidery, but I kind of feel like that's where my thing is right now. I'm going to show you some things I did today. Had some new items. So I've told y'all this before. When people ask for for a custom item, those sometimes are golden, because if they're asking me for it because they can't find it anywhere else, then I know that there's obviously, a void out there for what they're looking for. Or it's a customer of mine that has always been a customer of mine, and they've gotten the birthday shirts from me every year. So maybe they saw something like this, wondering if I can make one too. But this isn't birthday related. But how cute is that? So that is just the cutest shirt, and it's from Applique Alley, and it is her sugar cakes. Have y'all used that? So it's just a simple shirt, right? But seriously, how cute is that? And okay, this person, like I said, they've been shopping with me for quite some time, and every time I do their name, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're missing the E, but that's really how they spell it. I think it was her maiden name they used for their daughter's name. But how cute is that? I just love that. You see a lot of people using this like on the big bubble sweatshirts or whatnot, that font, but it's cute. So that's a new one. And then her son, and this is sweet. This is really a sign of the times. They didn't have their parties last year because of everything being shut down and coronavirus and all that. But she has this vision of making a quilt out of all of her kids' birthday shirts that she's gotten throughout the years. So she bought both last year's and this year's for them. I thought that was sweet, so that she has that. But this was cute. Just a skateboarder. How simple is that? It's just, one piece of applique, and, I guess you could customize it for what color. And then we just put her request, just the number right there in the middle of that design. So cute. Some of you could probably get it without the number and just be a skateboarder, but that's just super cute. I love that. So all that's, merged stuff. This was her. So the Brooke name was, her daughter is turning 9 this year, and she says she just feels like she's too old for some of those appliques. So we talked her into just doing a name shirt for her birthday. But the one that she was going to have last year before her stuff got canceled, she wanted unicorn. How cute is that? I love it. I love it. So this was her last year's shirt, and I just think that's super sweet. And then I have one more. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Sorry, I was trying to catch up with some of these too. You don't get as many options, but their options work for me. Since mostly first class, I can email you the link to check out. I have it saved in my faves. I don't know what that's for. Pirate ship? Or when you do PayPal, I don't know. How does a domain name work? Is it a one-time fee or a monthly fee? So I think it's monthly, or you can pay for the whole year, but it's like 99 cents for, a month, or maybe it's $10. I don't know. Very inexpensive for the whole year. Like I would say under $20 for the whole year to get a domain name that you can use and never build anything on, that you can just use to point to your site or to use for your email. I never see you use in your videos heat and bond. Well, I will have to make sure. But again, I don't have many videos up on Applique. So that's probably why. Most of my videos are about a specific, item that I'm embroidering. I don't do a lot of videos, tutorials. But like I said, I have one coming up on newborn gowns, and I know I used heat and bond light on those. But I don't have that in a lot of videos that I've made. A lot of my tutorials are things like, how to do a, I don't know. how to embroider a polo shirt, or how to embroider a mesh bag. No, not a mesh bag. I don't know what my videos are, but I haven't made a lot of applique videos. But I will going forward, because I know a lot of people have asked about that. And like I said, I've got one that I'll be putting out. I just need to edit it in the next week or two, that is specifically to applique baby gowns. And then I do have one St. Patrick's Day that I've already recorded that probably did, because I was doing my St. Patrick's Day sample shirts, not sample shirts, but my surprise applique of the month club shirt. So I probably used it there. I promise I used it. Unclaimed storage treasures. Well, I mean, what is that all about? I want some unclaimed storage treasures. Is that like that TV show where people don't pay their rent, and so then you sell off everything in it, sight unseen? I might be making that up. I got a bolt of Heat and Bond on Amazon. Yep, absolutely. You can buy it there. You can also use like your, 40% off, 50% off, 60% off at Joann's and get it. I don't have Joann's local to me anymore, so I'm kind of sad. Oh, good. So yeah, Sandy has a video on Peggy Stitch Remover, so check that out. But that can show you whether it be something you might like to use. Is Heat and Bond just shirt, dress, applique worthy? I have made tons of applique mug rugs and never used on my own. I've washed over and over, no problems. So it's all about having a clean cut when you're doing applique. It irons on the back, but then it also adheres the fabric to the shirt when you're done. So you iron it on the back of the fabric before you use it. Then you stitch it on. You're able to cut away without it fraying. And then when you're done, at the very end, you iron it when you're completely done, like when you're getting ready to package it up. You iron it one more time, and it will adhere the applique fabric to the shirt itself. So it's kind of like a double, stickiness with your iron, fusible. Definitely should be using it when it comes to clothing. Holy wow. I used to keep all my scraps, but I had to learn to scrap a lot. Yeah, I can't get rid of them. They're so important to me. Do you have an affiliate link for? I don't. Actually, I do have an affiliate account with her. I've never used it or posted it. I wish I did for the crafting calendar, but I have never posted that. So I'll post the link regardless for what where you can look for the crafter's calendar. Ooh, Julie has a pink sewing machine. Well, that would be fun too. I would like that. Yeah. You've scanned and cut sublimation printer, and I paint. Yeah, I embroidery is my thing. Let's see. Press the button. This is the other shirt I was going to show y'all that I just did for this cute family. I thought it was so cute. She first wanted a scooter, and we couldn't find a good scooter applique out there. So this is a motorbike. I have to figure out exactly what you call these things so that when I do my Etsy listing for it, it will come out. But what I thought was really cute is, look, if you look at the finishing stitch on it, on the satin stitch, it's actually the blue. I'd never done that before. It's an alternating color from the actual fabric. So the fabric for the 6 is actually black, and then we did a blue around the edging. She's always very creative about what she wants, and so she found this design, and so I purchased the design, and then I merged it with the number, and then, added the name. But I think that one's so cute. There's just not as many cute older boy appliques out there. So the ones she picked were awesome. All 4 of those that she created, I'll now be throwing them into my shop, and there'll be new listings that I think will do really well. I have a couple other things up here. I sell these a lot. These are the faux smocked big brother, little brother shirts that I do. That one needs to be trimmed. Already doing Easter, so that's a cute one. And here's where I messed up. This is one person bought both of these. Who can tell me what I did wrong? So annoyed. The name's Ella, and I did Ella on the bunnies, and then for some reason when I did the shamrock it says L. So I've got to redo that for tomorrow. I'm really annoyed about that. Does anybody know L that wears 18 months that needs a shamrock reverse sequin shirt? Anyone? Comment below. 18 months. L, give you a good deal. Ella, not Ella. Okay, let's see. Did she have that same name? Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, it throws me off every time I see it. But like I said, it's a repeat customer, so I just, where's that E? Where is it? That I do remember seeing a pillowcase she did, and I loved the look of that. I imagine 9 being too old. How crazy is that? I know. Well, too old for like, I don't know, a QC unicorn shirt, I guess. I don't know. My 6-year-old won't wear anything, but I have all boys. PayPal shipping with no order. Yes, that's what I was thinking you were saying. Highly recommend when you're ready, make sure you buy from Condia Heat Press. The Sawgrass sublimation printer. Customer is amazing in their local Alabama. I'll look into it. I don't need those things, but I just want them. But good suggestions for others if you're looking into that for the heat press and then the sublimation printer. I just wouldn't have enough time. What I really want to do, let's talk about what I really want to do. I think the next thing I'm going to get is where I can do engraving on like monograms, like on acrylic. What do you think? I love that stuff. Okay, let's see. Deborah says good night. Good night, Deborah. Are you using Embroidery software? Yes, that's what I've always used. It's all I know, and I love it. I actually have a link below that you can log on and purchase that. I think it's $10 off right now. You're hogging all the questions. Yes, they're helping. Oh, good. You've been taking notes. Well, I hope we're leading you in the right way. I hope so. When do you pressure applicate with heat bond? Do you love the baby gown with a zipper? So I know some people actually use some of those little small, let me show you one. I have one, but I got a little sketched out with mine. Where is that? I have a box of supplies. Let me see if I can put my finger on it real quick. Probably. Oh, yeah, here it is. So in the beginning, I had heard of this, and you guys might love it. It's called the Clover, and it's just this itty bitty thing called the Clover. Let me see if I can find the name up there so you can see it. No, that's not the name. No, wrong way. Oh, it's upside down. The Clover. Now, I can't get it to where you can see it there. So it's just itty bitty. Like it's the length of like a knife, and it's just got this small plate on the end. Man, this thing gets hotter than hot. Looks like a little tiny iron. And with this, the idea behind this is when it's on the machine, still hooped, you would iron down that heat and bond fabric. But I left this on, and 2 days later, found it on my dining room table. It was still luckily like right where I left it, and it was in the little thing that supports it and keeps it, from, but it scared the bejesus out of me. If things don't turn off, like, again, it might just be my attention, but like my iron turns off after it's not being used for like a minute. This puppy was on for 2 days, and it just scared me thinking, this was back when I did my embroidery on my dining room table, which it might be where some of you guys are, and it's an awesome place to work if that's where you go, if that's where you're at. But anyway, for 2 days, hot as fire. And I just think, back like, so glad that this little thing didn't burn my house down. Like, what if one of my animals had knocked the table, or one of my kids, or maybe their hand touched it? It just really scared me. And honestly, ever since then, it's been wrapped up and put away. It is a great thing. If it had an automatic shut off, I think I would use it, but it doesn't. So therefore, I do my heat bond at the very end after I've taken it off the hoop and everything. I just do a final press over it. The only time that you have to be a little more careful with that is when you have a large piece of fabric that doesn't have intricate cuts in it, or it's just one large piece, because then it can bubble up. And a thing like the Clover would be really helpful for that. I don't know if you guys have used one of those. Again, it's really a cool thing. I just had an unfortunate experience with it, with me not turning it off. So that just kind of freaked me out a bit. Nice, very cute. Love the motorcycle. Looks like a dirt bike. Yeah, I think dirt bike would be a good term. You have to think about what people are actually typing in. So on Etsy, so are they typing in, motor cross? Are they typing in dirt bike? Are they typing in motorbike? You have to really think about how people are going to search for it. So it might not be the term that you use, but it's what people are looking for. So you kind of have to think outside the box. Sometimes I'll throw things on, like a embroidery Facebook group and say, tell me all the words you would use to describe this. And that will help me come up with keywords for the title and keywords for the tags. So it's just something to look into or think about when you have an item where you're like, what do you call that? Dirt bike, motorbike? So let's see. I need help with the Brilliance Essentials. Do you have any tutorials? What I try to do in some of my videos is show you from start to finish, from creation and brilliance all the way to packaging and photography. But we could certainly look at it, and maybe I can pull it up and do just a, in brilliance specific tutorial. In Brilliance itself, if you click on their website, they actually have a list of a lot of tutorials, internal and external. Some of mine actually pop up on there, which is kind of funny. Like, I didn't authorize that, but I guess I have their name in my video, so it comes up just as a searched. But I would look on there too. Yeah, you said now I need the stitch eraser. I ain't taking that out because the shirt's perfect and it was done and it was packaged. I was literally getting ready to put it in the package. Like, I literally had, I had already written, thank you. And I had both shirts and I was getting ready to slide them into the poly mailer. And that's when I was like, they're packaged, they're ready. I was done, one order down. And then I was like, one says L and one says Ella. Oh. I'm glad it wasn't this one though, because this is the one that had 3 pieces of fabric that I had to cut. This is just one. And I'm running low on this fabric and I still have a bunch of orders for it. So I was like, got a ton of this. So it's just annoying because it's just one more thing I got to do tomorrow. Bye, Anna. Good night. Good luck with searching, or thank you for helping others search for their machines. I know you'll have lots of conversation over there. Let's see. Gotta go back over here. Just referencing in parentheses so you can follow to what I'm responding to. I think she made the pillowcase for her daughter. Oh, so then maybe her daughter is Brooke without the E. Do you charge the same price for all of your applique shirts? I do. I do. So some are a win-win. Those quick stitch outs, man, I'm making the same thing I am for some of those intricate ones. But I have learned over time, I've taken some of my intricate ones off. I don't find joy in making those that take forever. I just find no joy in it. If I can choose, like some designers will give you option for the bean stitch, the zigzag, and the satin. Now, I do love the look of satin, but some of the shirts, I'm like, okay, this is taking forever. I don't need to do this. I choose zigzag over the other two. Bean stitch, I'm just not as good about cutting pretty. So I like the little bit of favor that the zigzag gives me, but the satin stitch just takes really long for some things. Like, I mean, I know some people will do, and I've referenced it before, but that barnyard scene for a birthday shirt, well, I've never done that one, but holy cow, like that must take an hour. Who's got time for that? And I don't. So I over time, if there's a shirt where I'm like, I don't ever want to make this again, I've removed it. Especially if it wasn't even, if I was just getting random sales from it here and there, wasn't worth keeping up there. But yeah, I found it just, people don't understand the time that you put in it, so they're not going to understand why one costs more than the other. So I've definitely always kept them at the exact same price. I don't follow the rule of $1 per 1,000 stitches when it comes to other things. No, I have just a set for a monogram of a certain size. I have a set, if I'm, doing it outside of Etsy, a set price for, adding a name to a bag or something like that. I like that better versus, well, yours is going to come to $12.94. I know people don't really do that. Maybe they do. I don't know. Easier the better, and this the more user friendly. I'm a user friendly type of girl. I I want things that I buy to be user-friendly, and I know I want things that I sell to be user-friendly to all those involved. But again, I've taken some of those, longer stitched items out of my shop if they just don't bring me joy. Glowforge, yes, but the things that I want to do would, the depth of a Glowforge is really not very deep. And if some of these acrylic things that I envision monogramming wouldn't fit in there. So I already know that that's not the best option for me size-wise. And I don't want to do, I just want to do the very specific of monogramming and names on acrylic. I'm not trying to do wood burning. I'm not trying to do wood cutting. So some of the other ones, the price that you would pay and the what I want to do with them don't even match up. You can do that with engraving, and there's Glowforge, expensive on my to-do list. Yep. But again, the Glowforge is too small for the items that I want to do. I've looked into it. I've even talked to a rep about it, a couple of reps about different ones, like the Mira 8 and 9. Those are like Mac Daddies. But again, it has so much functionality that I wouldn't be using. So I just don't think that's where I need to do. The engraving, yes, I could do it like the silhouette and then do like the air blasting or something like that. I don't know. It is on my 2021 bucket list of crafts to learn. Good night, Sandy. Oh, you were a second grade teacher. Awesome. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for those little ones. I have a 7th grader, a 5th grader, and a 1st grader. And yeah, thank you. Deborah, where do you get your flip sequin fabric? I have the pillow covers and they sublimate beautifully. So yeah, those are awesome. I've always thought those are neat. The sublimated pillows where you can flip it up and find the design. The fabric that I use for embroidery is just bought off of Amazon, and I've linked it. I have a video specifically on how to embroider with sequin fabric, and in that link you can find a link to the company that I bought it from. And I've got all different colors because I try to do one each season, a different flippy fabric. So Mary, you used the clover. I did like it, but like I said, it scared me. Kimberly says she hates her clover, but loves the Cricut Mini for applique. I can even use it in the hoop. And that's what the idea behind this one was, is that in the hoop, before you do the final stitch, you could adhere it to the shirt with that. This thing was hot, fucking hot. So I know there's value in doing that, especially when it was like some of the bigger stitched, pieces of fabric. But my God, it scared me. Mom said, anybody irons? I still haven't used it yet. I use my iron and so yeah, it sounds like other people are using that as well. Yeah, this thing was scary. Ashley says she uses a travel iron. I used to have one of those, but it scared me too. See? I mean, just the fact that for 2 days, this hotter than heck thing was on my dining room table for 2 days. It looks tiny and super cute, but when you talk about it burning a flame of fire. So the other thing I don't do anymore that I used to do, I used to put a candle, not a real one, but a plugged in candle, like a battery. No, not battery, because it was plugged in little candlestick in all of my windows. Very Southern thing to do at Christmas. My mom always did it, and so I did it. Well, came home one day, and what was on the floor with the candle? And it had burned the carpet. What? That was my last Christmas of doing that. So I'm just not good with stuff like this. Hot things. Julie again says the Cricut Mini Press is great for small items and the automatic shut off. That's what this means. That's what this one needs, automatic shut off for everything, because she's forgetful. Have you ever thought about doing an embroidery retreat? I mean, the real answer to that is no, but that sounds fun. A lady that bought my last single needle when I was, when I realized it just wasn't getting the love from me, she was buying it because she hosts embroidery retreats. And so it was going to be an easily portable machine that she could take up, and she will take up, 4 or 5 machines, and they'll just embroider away. Let's just do it on here. We can retreat together here. It does sound fun, though. I would be interested in going. I don't know if I'd be interested in hosting. might get bored of me. Heat presses stay on. You mean there's not automatic shut off? Ugh, that would scare me. 6-foot folding tables are hollow. Left my miniature iron on and it literally cut. Oh my gosh. I bet it did. Oh, that's freaky. Yeah, I mean, playing with fire, y'all. I find Heat and Bond, our local resale store, quite often never opened. Wow. That's awesome. I use a power strip, so when I'm finished for the day, I just flip the button and it shuts everything out. And yeah, when I remember to flip it, right? I do have some things on that, and I should be better about this, about everything really. I just love my iron because it turns off. Like I literally, like it will turn off 10 million times during my day of using it, and I just have to go over there and like touch it and get it to go back on again. Okay, let me go back up. I lost where we were. I just got a heat press, burned my finger in the first 30 seconds of using it. Yep. I bet. Those things are, I don't have one. I probably don't need one. I want one. I just want the pink one. And it's one reason why I don't use the magic hoops. Y'all have heard me tell this story probably, but I went to an embroidery trade show. It was so much fun. The the embroidery and everything market. Is that what it's called? It was so much fun. I mean, I had a blast. I went by myself, didn't know a soul, flew to South Carolina. I know I don't live that far from there, but anyway, I flew, used my husband's free miles. And anyway, point of the story, had a blast. Went up to the magnetic hoop area that they were selling, and all the people that worked there were busy talking to other folks, and so I was just playing around with it. They said, try it out. You know, they had a shirt there that you could hoop. Well, 2 seconds later, my finger, like literally the skin of my finger, I had snapped it into that stupid hoop. And I was like, no, I hate you and I will never, ever use you. Now I'm watching all these folks that are like, I can't believe you don't use mighty hoops. They're the greatest things in the world. The magnetic hoops are the way to go. And they do look like they are. I am very close to teetering to get them, especially for my Racoma, because it doesn't have to me, it needs some other hoops to do applique shirts and stuff like that. But the thing pinched me and I was mad at it. And so I never bought it. I went right on over to my love, which is my Durkee hoop. And that's what I use for everything. And I still love my Durkee. To see what's inside those 6-foot folding tables though. Oh, because you saw the inside of it. I don't know if we'd want to see the inside of it after you burned it. I agree with things that don't cut off automatically. It's happened to me. Yeah, it's kind of scary. I mean, like I said, I burned the carpet with my Christmas candle and then somehow didn't burn the house down with my clover iron. I should try to use this again though. I should try. I think I'd remember to turn it off. Posted on Etsy. Someone has to know someone. I know. I need to put it in my Facebook group and just see. That's a popular name. Somebody will want it. I'm just mad. I just realized it literally like an hour before this. Ashley says zigzag is her favorite. Absolutely my favorite go-to. I love the way the vintage chain stitch. I do love it, but I just cannot cut to where I like the way it looks. And it's interesting, like if you get it from some designers, the way it looks best is to cut right next to, the fabric. And then others, it's like you've cut too much if you do that. You need to have a little bit extra. And so remembering which designer prefers what, I just prefer zigzag. I like the way I can make it look more finished with that. For 2 years, I've been asking designers to put in their listings how many stitches, and I've noticed more and more have been doing that. To see, they all should have it because all of them, when you, I guess once you download it, so that means you had to have bought it. They have the, the sheet that you print out if you needed it for the colors. Good night, Kim. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck getting your machine. And I will work on getting my boxes available to Canada. Amber says, yeah, like 3 to 4 applique cutout tops. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When it's just like one piece, like this one is so easy. It's just one, but it's so cute. The one I did tonight, that's literally just one because the rest of it is sketch. So the whole bike is just sketch. It's just the number. So that's quick and easy. And, say this was to be on the machine for 22 minutes. It's only the first, minute that you have to do anything with the applique. So that makes it so much quicker. Now this one was annoying on my 6 needle. I should have put it on the bigger machine. This is annoying because there's more than 6 colors. So that was kind of annoying to do, but I just love that unicorn. Oops, there we go. The barnyard is 50 plus steps. I asked myself why. Yeah, take that out of your shop. I don't know, maybe it does really well for you and you don't want to. Search Cricut engraving acrylic in YouTube. Oh, is it Cricut? Cricut. I'm writing that down. So I've seen, and I think that's what I need to do is I need that is you print it out and you kind of do reverse and then you put it on the item, you tape it really good, and then you do the engraving with the air blaster, sand blaster. I don't know, but I love it. And I think that is what I'm going to do next. I've talked to several people in the engraving world, and they've kind of narrowed me down to knowing what I'm looking for and pointing me in the direction of what materials I would need. It's the Shamrock Sequin video. Look for that video. Yes, I do have a Shamrock Sequin video that talks about the sequin fabric. I agree. I hate the clover, but love the, okay, well, I'm gonna write that down too. Maybe that's something I should look into. I will look. It's solar candles in my windows. Look at the Dollar Tree next runs. Might be interesting. Wouldn't burn my carpet, would it? Retreat. You'd like it too. That's a dirt bike. Yeah, dirt bike. I would definitely include that. She called it a motorbike. So that's why I said, like, different people call it different things. Why am I? That looks funny. Okay. You can see my eyeshadow that I put on at 9:00 or 8:55. Have you ever had your finger under the wrong needle? Yes. I've definitely stitched my fingernail before. And I think it was when like nobody was home, or it was like late at night, like when I was working late at night, and I was just quietly like, hey guys, I have a needle on my finger. My gosh, I gotta fix this. And I took it out and wrapped it up really good and just hoped the next morning that it didn't look wonky. I've seen people literally have to go to the emergency room and have pieces of needles removed. Like when they post those graphic pictures in some of those groups, I'm like, no, why did you show me that? I'm a nurse and I still don't want to see it. COVID's almost over. Do an embroidery retreat. How about a Zoom? We can buy our supplies and pay for the Zoom class. Well, so that's exactly what the goal is with my Stitch Out supply boxes. It will be where you purchase the box and it will have everything in it that you need to do the projects that we're going to work on. And so then we literally will do them live. It will have, I keep going back to the Christmas ornaments, and let me get that supply real quick. Like if, you know, you see these all around Christmas time, but the hoops, the embroidery hoops that people use, I've got 2 different sizes of them that people do, like the Christmas ornaments where you can put like, you know, the family in, or just different cute sayings like weddings. I've got the 2 different sizes of them that you can see here. But the idea would be, you know, this would be one of the 4 projects that we do. So I would send you 1 or 2 of these in the Stitch Out supply box. I would send you the duck cloth that I recommend using for the inside. I would send you a you know, perfectly sized piece of felt that would go on the back that I recommend. I would give you links to where to buy the design that we'd be stitching out. And then we would literally do the projects together. So again, this would be very time sensitive as far as us, you know, doing it well in advance of the holiday. So for instance, Christmas, we would want to be stitching these things out in November. So you would have time to learn how to do it, figure out if it's something you want to do, and time for you to, you know, make your own listings and sell them to your own groups. So because we'd be doing them in November, we would actually have to be buying these boxes in October. I missed a month there. So this Stitch Out supply box would be available in October. So you would buy it in October. That's when it would be available, in October. It would have 4 different Christmas projects in it. We would work 1 a week for the month of November. You would have all the supplies you need, including the fabric, including the thread that you would need for those. You shouldn't have to go out and buy anything. And we would work on them together. So it's like literally every week is a little Zoom that we'd be doing, but really it'd be on here, so you could see it, and then you could replay it as many times as you need to finish the item. So I think it'd be awesome. I'm looking forward to creating the different boxes, and that would be for people of all stages. The starter embroidery box that I'm offering is really for the person that's new to embroidery, that is literally just starting out and needs to know what essential supplies they need to get off and running. But the stitch out supply boxes will be just for anybody that loves machine embroidery, just for us to do fun things together and to do them live. We can talk and chat while we do them. Write down steam fast mini iron to look up later. Bought off Amazon for half the price of the other red one on the market. Okay, I'm writing it down. I got my little pad here. Steam fast mini iron. And I'm going to say Amazon. Thank you. Ashley, I have one. I never used it, but love my Durkee hoops. Yeah, love my Durkee hoops. You see him at hoop. It's nothing like the dangerous one. Yeah, that thing was bad. That's what you have. I have the mini travel iron in the hoop. Good. What's a Durkee hoop? I've never heard of it. It's just the hoop I use. It's just the brand of the hoop that you can buy for your machines. And I've just found this particular hoop. I've got a couple of them. It's the 9x9. It is the exact size I need for all of my applique shirts. 12 month to size 12. It's the perfect size. It allows for the design and the name. And it's just an addition you can buy. But this 9x9 is the perfect size. And I use this 10, 20 times a day. And like I said, I got multiple of them, so I can have one ready to go while the other 2 are on the machine. But this is my go-to. I know everybody swears by the magnetic hoops. They do look awesome. I probably need to add that to my investment. And then, watch my videos in 6 months and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest hoop ever. I can't believe it took so long to get it. I'm hoping that's the way it turns out. But for now, and for a while, this Durkee hoop is my go-to, the 9x9. I love it. You can actually buy it on Amazon too. They link it there. It's linked there. I love my mighty hoops. I have 4. Pinch my finger on each one once. Don't purchase from Racoma. Shipping takes forever. I recommend ordering directly from Mighty Hoops. Oh, that's good to know. I do know you have to get one specific machine. So I know the Racoma needs to be specifically for that. Oh, I pressed the button again and lost everybody. Amber has one mighty hoop and it's great, but I'll never stop loving my Durkees. Yeah, that's what I use. The 9x9 is perfect. There isn't a 9x9 mighty hoop from what I understand. We're just trying to give you excuses about your pink. Yeah. So there's a cricket and there's a silhouette. I don't know why I thought I wanted the silhouette. Which one do I want? That's funny. I was wondering if you were in hair and makeup when the countdown started to your live. Why was I doing something? No. Was I messing with my hair when it went live? No, my hair is just really long because, well, COVID. I need to get it cut. And my makeup is just because I was going live. And so literally I was going to my bathroom at 8:55 and my husband was laughing. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you putting your makeup on at 9 o'clock? I was like, oh, it's 8:55. And I have my live. I haven't put lip gloss on for y'all. Okay. I quilt, embroidery, just learning sublimation, card making too, many hobbies, and hard to find time. Yeah, I'm sticking with my embroidery. There isn't enough time for crafts, are there? It is. It's hard. You wrote that twice. And you love the Cricut Mini Press. Did I write that down? Yeah. I wrote that down. I'm going to look into that. a lot of things for that cricket y'all are telling me to do. Remember, you'll have to ship your supplies and schedule a time. I know. There's a lot to look into this. That's what I'm saying. So that's why the deadline, there will be strict deadlines. It will just be, I'll have to figure it out. That's why I haven't done it yet. I'm starting with the embroidery starter boxes. I already have all the supplies. I'm ready for that. We're launching that at the end of March. And I probably won't launch the stitch out supply boxes for a couple more months, just trying to narrow down, how it will work, what it will look like. Because I'll have to make sure I have enough supplies to put in, and it'll be very limited. Like, it might be limited to only 20 people that could do it based on what I need to have on hand to be able to ship out. So like I said, for the ones for Christmas, if we're talking about that specifically, Christmas is at the end of the month. So I would like to make sure we're making them in November. So that means sales would have to stop, like a week before November of those boxes to make sure that you have the supplies. The other thing is you can watch it on replay. So if you were to get it after the fact, it would be okay. Say you missed it the first week, you could replay that one and just do it on your own. You just wouldn't be doing it live with us. So I don't know. There's a lot to think about with that, but I'm just super excited. I just think it'll be so fun for you to get the box to have all the supplies in it. And then each week we'll meet and do them together. Just super fun. I'm excited. Don't you think it'll be fun? Christmas in July will be fun. That's true. That's a really good idea. Oh, Ashley, write that down. Christmas in July. That would be so much fun for us to just get some stuff done. I'm writing it down. I'm writing Christmas in July stitch out box. And Ashley, I'm going to write your name down. If I do that, one of those boxes will be yours. Free. Because that's just an amazing, fun idea. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. I wrote your name down. Let's see. Wouldn't it be easier for us to get the list of supplies than pay you for the Zoom class? Maybe not. Just thinking about some. Well, but the thing is, that's the service that I'm wanting to provide for you, to not have to go all over and search for certain things that you might not have in your area. For me to be able to buy them in bulk would be so much quicker and easier. And then we would all have the exact same thing. Supply lists are great. And I know that some people do that when they do these, but the point of this would be, 4 items that you don't even know about in advance, that are, a lot of them will, be surprises, things that I just think are so awesome that I've found to work on, and that I can get the supplies for. I mean, it could be that we do a clutch and I find, I have 40 clutches available, so that, I could do 40 boxes that have that in it. So it wouldn't just be, it could be something completely random. It could be a casserole carrier and you get that in the mail and we're going to stitch that out together. So the element of surprise with it, would be what is really fun. I think, there might be some things you have to get on your own, but with a supply list, but most of it, I would like it to be fun supplies that I've found that would be, good to use. So that's my idea. Sounds like fun. I'm in. Oh, keep losing it. Love the idea. Love the VE 2020. Still have my first SB 8000. It's my sewing machine now. Awesome. Use my 8x8 and it works too. Okay, so the Durkee 8x8 or the Mighty Hoops. Steam fast doesn't shut off. Mine was on for a week. See, that's scary. You mentioned your eyeshadow at 5 of 9. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. If you include March, April, May, June, then Christmas in July. So yeah, I'd have to really get on it. I gotta think through some things. I do. Watching live, we don't have our supplies yet, and we watch live, we would know what to ask. Get to it. Only 3 months until July. Now you're putting pressure on me. Link of all supplies, and we can click and ship. Good old Amazon. That's true. If there's something that I don't have, then and it's available on Amazon, it could be a way to do some things. So, but hopefully I could. I mean, I have a wholesale account with all supplies since that's something that I'm selling now. And so I can get thread wholesale, and I'm excited. Excited. Some days I wish, instead of too many hobbies. Yeah, I like to get boxes. Me too. I am very chatty. That's okay. I love that you're chatting. I remember seeing you on one of Joy's lives, Alphalicious Designs, and I'm so glad I found you. I love Alphalicious. She's my favorite. She's like the very first person that I found, and she would post a sale, and it would be like for 12-hour sale, and I would go and just load up my cart. And I didn't know what I was doing then, because I probably bought 60 designs that I never had the time to stitch, just because I loved all the cute stuff. And she continually pumps out just awesome stuff. I do that. Those resonate with me more than a lot of designers. I love her work. Oh, good night, Johanna. Oh, that's awesome, Ashley, that you test stitch zigzag. I used to test stitch for a couple of different people, and I just found I didn't have time to do their stuff and mine. And I was getting overwhelmed with meeting the requirements of what they needed. But it is an awesome way to do it. I did it for Applique Alley, and then no, I can't remember the other name. I always mess up the name. Applique and Embroidery Original, both of those. And I did 2 others that ended up not being a good match because maybe the things that they were providing to me, they didn't align with what I did in my shop. But yeah, Alphalicious would be awesome, because pretty much everything that she puts out is stuff that I could do, but I just can't put anything else on my plate. I hope you can use them for your samples. I bet you do. I bet they're amazing. That would be a fun one to be part of. No more supplies or projects, so I'm caught up. That doesn't happen. Yeah, there's always time for more supplies and projects. There's not time for them, but we certainly like to keep buying, right? It's to Stitch and Designs by Juju are both having sales right now for fonts. That's awesome. Who did I just go to? I think Marmaby had, I love when she posts, she had where you could buy, or this first 75 people got 60% off, and then it would shut off. Well, I'm like, well, I want to be one of the 75. That's so cool. It's like the lottery. And I went and bought a ton. Schuler Studios just had amazing 50% off sale, and they are amazing. And I spent a cha-ching. Let's see what we sold on Etsy. She just has the most elegant monograms. Like, what? They're expensive, but she's put a lot of work in them. Let's see. Oh, we just sold a big brother and a little brother shirt. Today has been a good Etsy day. This week has been an awesome Etsy week for me. I will take it. Yeah, I was just trying to see. So I was trying to reach $1,000 for the week, and that might have put me over it. I was trying to see if I could get to that. But I do love both It's Just Stitch and Designs by Juju. Ashley, I had a lot. Yeah, so you did. Well, what did you do it for? That's awesome. Actually, I have to check out your stuff. I bet your embroidery work is amazing, because they certainly look for folks that do top stuff. Yep. I love sharing different websites. Everybody else too. Bye, Angel Dragon 1983. Thanks for stopping by. It is never ending. It's just it's already on sale, then use a code for another. I think, wow, that would be a good one. I do definitely have some Stitchtopia. I love those. I found that very early on. So some of mine that have been long time fonts that I use are from Stitchtopia. Rivermill, I like that as well. All right, so we still have almost 100 people in here, and there's a couple of things that I'd still wanted to show you guys. A lot of you guys have been joining my Embroidery Nurse Facebook page. My Embroidery Nurse Facebook page, just as an FYI, is my platform for selling. It's a platform for where my folks are that I sell to. So I know some people have been joining it that are more interested in learning about embroidery because they do embroidery well. I wanted to show you that I do have a website a different Facebook group that we can just chat in, and it's for Embroidery Aid. So let me show you that real quick. If I can pull up. Oh, people are sending me messages. So this is my group where I sell. This is where I put in, my own, items that I have to sell. So there's, some of my bunny shirts that I sold, the bunnies I'm selling, Easter baskets that I'm selling. This is the group that I sell to. This is where I make, half of my profit from, right? Well, here is where, a lot more questions. Here is where I would love for you to join this Facebook group, Embroidery Aid. It's actually a page, but where we can talk and ask questions and everything, like that. So this, lots of new things are being posted on this every week, at least 5-6 times a week. This is fun right here. Have y'all seen this little video? Isn't it fun to watch things stitch out like that? I love it. I actually had somebody come and do some photography kind of photo shoot type things, and they just got some really good, material. So I'm super excited about that. I also have both, Instagram for Embroidery Nurse, and this is again where I just post things that I make, and people can click on links there and buy directly from me. But then we also have Embroidery Aid, which has just been launched this week. So these first 5 pictures there are the first 5 pictures on here. So I would love, 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 love if you would pop over and join, follow me on Instagram for Embroidery Aid, because this is where we're going to have information about everything embroidery related. So lots of tips, tricks, and tools of the trade. So this is a great place to come find. It's brand new. We just started this week. I only have, well, it says 14 posts because down here I have the logo in 9 frames. But this is the very first week where we've started adding content to this. So again, I would love for you to come check that out and follow that. I will link that here for you guys to see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I had it. Here we go. Instagram. Here is the one for Embroidery Aid. I would love, 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 love if you guys would follow me on this journey for Embroidery Aid. I'm just so excited about all things regarding it. But there's the link to that Instagram. I'd love for you to click on that and join me. This is where we'll be talking about the supply stitch out boxes. On Embroidery Aid, this is where we'll be, launching our products right here on Embroidery Aid. So the Instagram, Embroidery Aid Facebook page as well. Lots of new content coming out. Like I said, I've got people on board with me right now that are helping me, create content. So the stuff that they're putting out is just awesome. I'm super excited about it. You can probably see a difference in the way, some of the things look on there, like things like this, just super fun, and different other content that they, have taken just amazing pictures of. They're doing lots of stories that you can click on and just engage with. So again, I just, please, there's me working. Would love if you would come and join Embroidery Aid and just kind of see all the things that are there. And then again, if you weren't here at the beginning of my live here, this is embroideryaid.com. This is where you can come to find all the tips, tricks, and tools of the trade in machine embroidery. This is where the Embroidery Aid boxes will be sold. This is where you'll find the starter box and also our stitch out supply box. They both will be coming soon. I'll let you know when they do get here. Or when they are fully launched. There's also a place for events, and this is where, we'll put in lives and when those things will be happening. So just lots of fun things on here. I hope you guys will check it out and just kind of enjoy this ride with me. There's just lots of information on here. There's information about who I am and how Embroidery Aid and Embroidery Nurse started, so you can read up a little bit more about that. There's a picture of me when my hair was short, and there's my 4 boys, husband and 3 boys, and then a link to, my own Etsy shop where I am most of the time. Let's see. So anyway, I would love for you guys so let's forget super chats. If you guys would just go subscribe to Embroidery Aid Instagram and Embroidery Aid Facebook page, I would love it. That would mean the world to me, just so you can kind of keep up with how that grows. You guys are here kind of at the bottom, and I just can't wait for it to grow. And you can say, I knew Kelly when she started that. I just know that's where we're heading. So I'm so excited. And Shana says, I'll need a virtual assistant to handle all that website stuff. Well, I actually have one. I have a social media group that is helping me just kind of take it to the next level as far as that goes, and help me launch Embroidery Aid the right way, instead of me just kind of throwing up random content. They're doing it with analytics and all that fun stuff. So again, I would just be honored if you would join me with that on Instagram, and just seeing the neat content they're putting out, and then also on the Facebook page. Most of the content is kind of duplicate on there, but I would love that. Also, you can find me on podcasts, Embroidery Aid. Again, I only have a few episodes, but I will be working on getting more of those out there. I love listening to podcasts. So you can find Embroidery Aid on any of the sites that host. Here's, Spotify, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, and Apple Podcasts, as well as right here on Anchor. That's where they host mine. TikTok is new for me. So I thought I had, here's my TikTok, Embroidery Nurse. So it's really my name, but I've just been putting some fun videos up there, just really of the stitches. I don't know if you can hear that. A little St. Patrick's Day music in the background is so fun with that one. I don't know if that audio plays for you guys or not, but I've had fun. I've just added those. So these are the ones I was just making. Super fun. I like that. And this is a shirt that I just did. So these have just been super fun, working on all those different just fun social media things. So check it out. Come follow me on TikTok. No, my kids would die if they heard me say that. But anyway, it's been fun. I've just been putting in my videos. I always do a quick reel, or whatever you call that, a fast version of what I'm working on, and just so you can see it stitch out in the video, where it just records really quickly. So I would love for you to, I'm just going to put those on TikTok and just find the fun music. They're fun. I like that. Let's see. So those are all the fun, different little outlets. Let's see. I'll go back and see if you guys had any questions. Go back to where I was. Love the Christmas in July idea. I do too. Thank you, Ashley, for following me. I want to follow you because it sounds like you must do amazing work. So you'll have to let me know. You can even put it in the comment. Put in the comments where we can find you and we can see all your awesome work, especially if you're test stitching for Alphalicious. I'm sure you've got amazing stuff. Let's see. Sometimes it happens. I need a virtual assistant. I feel like every time it is time consuming. The social media aspect of business is just, it's overwhelming. And it's hard to kind of keep up with the trends. Let's see, I can post this as well. A lot of the ladies here are amazing that I have found and have been able to talk with on Discord, different Discord groups. Discord is a great place just to chat. And so I do have a Discord channel. It's just a fun way to send out a quick message and everyone kind of answer amongst the group. And let's see, I have a link here, and I will put it in the group as well. Post down here, so you can, if you're on Discord, that's a fun way for us just to chat. So I'll put the link to that, and you can check that out. The other thing that I'm on, which is really not specific for my business, is on Clubhouse. Have you guys checked that out? So it's a completely new site that is an app for only on Apple phones right now. It's in the beta version. They're just testing it. But you only talk on it. It's just talking, and you join rooms. And someone just joined my Discord. Thanks. Thanks, Sandy. She just joined, so thanks. So it's just a fun way for us to talk. And I see April started following me on TikTok. Y'all are fun. Thanks for these little notifications. I appreciate y'all doing that. There's another one on Discord. So y'all knew, I never heard of Discord. I literally just learned that through some of these awesome embroidery folks. Shana, you are the number one. You're such a good communicator. Like I said, I appreciate all your communicating back and forth with everyone. Thank you, Mary, on my family photos. I love podcasts too. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I should have a podcast where we talk about embroidery and just, make it a community where we can chat. I hope to get some folks to, interview. I would like to interview folks that are digitizers, interview people that sell blanks, interview people that are just masters at this embroidery craft, and just chat and learn how they've grown and, what they're doing. Thank you, Bernadette, for following. Not tech savvy, used to be at one up and everything. Yeah, I'm not either, but I'm learning. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate you popping in. Good night. It says, yes, Ashley does have a YouTube, very informative. Oh, Ashley, how have I not seen that? Have I not? Maybe I have. I want to see. So please let me know what your links are. I own Oh So Personalized. I'm sure I've seen that. I'm going to check. Now, is that on YouTube or Etsy or both? I'm going to look you up. Thank you for sharing that with me. Sandy has a note to do with Discord. I know I didn't in the beginning, but I do like it. It's just a really easy way to chat and just kind of share information with each other. Thank you, Dolly. Already signed up to Instagram. Thank you. Melinda says hello. Well, I appreciate you guys letting me show you all that stuff that, I've been working on. Good night, Nancy. You have a great week as well. See you in a couple weeks for our next Q&A. But yeah, thank you all for letting me share all those sites. I was kind of excited to kind of show you the new things that I've been working on, and it's fun. It's time suckers though. I mean, we kind of already talked about that, about how to share our time with different things that we do. TikTok's just been fun. Like I literally can throw up one of those on, in carpool line. Those are just fun. And that fun music. Could y'all hear the music, or did it not come through on that audio? I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know if you could hear it, but you'll have to go. If you couldn't, you'll have to go over to TikTok and listen. It's just fun. I can add that link too. Do I have a link? Yeah, I have a link for TikTok. And I'm going to try to post these in the bottom of my videos when I do it. Okay, Ashley, you're on Instagram. I will definitely look you up there. Maybe I already follow you. I follow a lot of folks. And if you have Alphalicious Designs on your page, I've probably followed you already. So I'll go look that up. What did we say? Let me go back up here in my Perfect. I've written your info down, and I will find you tonight if I haven't already. So yeah, I'm glad you guys could be here tonight. Thank you for following Embroidery Aid. That's where my new stuff is going to be coming out. And like I said, that's where I have a social media marketing group that is just awesome. And just going to be putting out some really cool content. And I get just as equally excited about it when they share the stuff coming out for the week. So y'all are awesome. I appreciate y'all coming tonight. We had 100 people on here almost all night, so that's awesome. I see some more notifications for, I don't have to tell them when we have all these additions tonight, why that I talked about it in my live. But oh, y'all are awesome. Thank y'all for following. That's so awesome. Thank you. I will respond to anyone that's sent me messages or whatnot through here. If you guys are watching this on the replay, then certainly ask any questions below and I can answer those, at a later time. Like I said, this week, I think we're going to be hitting 5,000 here on the channel. Oh, I just broke my pen. So definitely going to do some fun giveaways for that. So it's amazing that I've gotten to 5,000 this year. So super excited about that. And I just appreciate you guys for watching. It's always fun talking to you guys. This is fun because I feel like we really get to really talk because, we get to talk back and forth throughout the whole time. Thank you, Candy. Thank you for all your chatting with me tonight. You had so many good questions, and I think it does benefit everybody. Thank you, C. McGee. I appreciate you coming in. You don't have to comment. You can just listen. That's fine too. Thank you, Bernadette. Have a good night, everybody. If you guys have questions, things you want to see, let me know. And be on the lookout. I've got a couple videos coming out this week. I think I've got one on Tuesday and one on Friday. And as soon as we hit 5,000, I'll post about that giveaway. Super fun things that will be offered to folks that are take part in my giveaway challenge. So, wow, 5,000. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Mary Beth Alexander, are you just popping on at 11:22? I'm getting ready. I'm saying bye. I hope you're doing good. Mary Beth and I work together as nurses. She's still an amazing nurse, and I'm just working the embroidery world now, and don't work in the nursing field as much. But Mary Beth and I go back to the days of she had an embroidery machine, and I remember sitting in a NICU room, literally picking her brain about embroidery, and then here we are just a few years later, and it's just amazing how things have taken off and how my just whole plan and direction have changed. So Mary Beth, I will never forget literally sitting in that first NICU room on the left, and you were helping a sweet little one, and I was just talking your ear off about embroidery. So it was awesome seeing you. You're up working. You're awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Again, I appreciate anybody subscribing and looking out for all the different, different avenues that I shared tonight of the different social media stuff and fun stuff to be on the lookout for. So hope you all are having an awesome, week ahead, and maybe this weather will stick around and we can stay a little bit warmer. For those of you that were talking about how cold it was where you live, hopefully we'll send some of our warm air up your way. All right, y'all have an awesome week, and we will chat soon.